Yo guys, how's things? Jay here from Impact Strength Performance, and what I want to talk to you today is the fifth and final C in the fat loss that we've been speaking about over the last few weeks, okay? So today I want to speak about clarity, okay? So this is the first thing in the 5 C's of fat loss. Now, if you haven't seen the other videos, what I'd say is just listen, scroll down along the page and you can have a look at some of those other videos there. But in many ways, this is going to be the most important one. So when myself and Sean were away over in America, there was a guy over there and he was speaking about helping people with addiction. And he had this program to help people move through addiction, whether it's alcohol, whether it was drugs. And I think kind of what he was saying was that they were getting about a 20 or 30% success rate. Now, if you don't know, people who do kind of like a 12-step program or Alcoholics Anonymous, this type of thing, it usually has about a 6% success rate. So you might be thinking, what the hell am I doing here in my civvies? Earlier on today, I spent a few hours in the facility, and I was talking to one of the mentors or one of the coaches there. They mostly work with teenagers and young adults, okay? And, you know, when I kind of mentioned that only 6% of people that go through one of these programs are successful, it's kind of like a bit of a fucking eye-opener, right? Now, I'm not qualified to speak about addiction and things like that, but I definitely am qualified when it comes to fat loss or when it comes to getting results pertaining to what happens in the gym. So, the first thing that we kind of have to realise is this, okay? It's the scale of ones. So when I was down there with one of the counselors, basically said to me that he can kind of feel within his gut, you know, if he's got 10 children there, he'll know when he sits down and talks to each of these, which one is going to relapse or which one is going to be back in that facility within a few months. And it all comes down to this, the scale of ones, it's the decision, okay? So on one side of the scale, you've got addiction, and on the other side of the scale, you've got potentially what the rest of your life is going to be. Now, if you don't understand and if you don't appreciate and if you don't kind of take on board that, you know, when you come into the facility that your addiction, okay, let's say on this side, you want that more than you want everything else in life. You're never going to achieve it. Now, as I said, I'm not trying to preach about people about addiction, but when we think about food, and when we think about somebody who wants to lose weight, somebody who wants to put on weight, you've got to realise that we've got this exact same decisions to make. Do we want option A, probably where we are now, or do we want option B? We've got choices, okay? Option B is to do the work necessary in order to get the goal that you want. Now, in terms of clarity, the way I kind of think about this is the results funnel, okay? So we've got to start off at the top of this funnel. What do we want? So I mean, even if you wanted to grab a pen and paper and think about this yourself, you know, you can pause this video, you can watch it back, but it's like, what do I want? And I'm talking in relation to something that we can achieve or help you within the gym, okay? So what is it that I want is going to be the first thing. Then why is that important? Now, everybody when they come into the gym, they know, listen, I want to lose weight, I want to put on weight, I want to get abs, I want to get bigger shoulders. And in reality, really what they want is the emotional connection that like having abs or losing weight is going to give them. They want to be more confident. They want to, you know, maybe get more sex, right? Let's just put it out there. We all want a bit of sex, okay? So these are the things that they want, okay? Cameron in the background there is laughing. Yeah. Spin around and have a look at him there. He obviously doesn't get any.
I'm wearing a belt.
No, but let's be serious, okay? It's going to boil down to these few things. We have a few needs as a human being. We need food in our mouth. We need a relationship, okay? Somebody to have sex with. And we obviously need a roof over our heads, okay? So, when we're in the gym, everybody knows this and I want this, I want that. The big mistake that people make is they don't know why they want it. They can't verbalize it, okay? They can't put it into words or they can't write it down on a page. Now, if you're missing the why element, you haven't really got any clarity, okay? If you've got no emotional investment in what you want, you're not going to, if you watched the video yesterday, you're not going to lean in on the hard times, okay? When shit starts getting difficult, you're just going to say, fuck it. You know, I'm going to start on Monday. I'm going to start in January. I'm going to start before my holidays, whatever the thing may be, okay? So if you know what you want, and you can start to get the grasp of what you wanted, the rest is pretty easy. It's what will I do, okay? So for the average person, if you were saying, listen, I have 5 or 10 pounds to lose, the easiest thing to do would be to get yourself a gym membership, okay, and somewhere like this, or, you know, depending on where you live, we could tell you another few good gyms to go to. But somewhere like this, you'd come into the gym, you might lift weights 3 days a week, do a little bit of cardio, go for a walk, go for a jog, you know, start to tidy up your diet. And for a lot of people, that's all you need, okay? So what to do would be next, and then the last little bit is how, okay? So when you know what you want, it's easy the what and it's easy the how. This is the bit here that most people gloss over, and that's why they haven't got any clarity, and that's why they're always hopping from program to program to program to program, from gym to gym to gym to gym, from diet to diet to diet, and not actually getting anywhere. We're just going around the circle. If you remember yesterday, we kind of had the cul-de-sac. You're in this cul-de-sac going around and around and around, and nothing is actually happening. So guys, if any of this is resonating with you, maybe you want to share with a friend or a work colleague or anybody you think that this might benefit, tag us in down below. If you have any questions, pop them in down below. And the last little thing, if you follow that link, it'll be able to bring you to our blog with all these points fleshed out. And we've also got a little what's getting in the way blueprint, which you can print off, write in, fill out all these things, and you'll be able to find out which one of the 5 C's you're having trouble with. Guys, I'll see you again tomorrow for another video. Squirrel!